Morning, guys. So, last installment of the Vision Devotional, purpose. God wanted me to talk about purpose and how purpose actually pulls us forward, or it gives us reason to live and really fulfillment. One of the things when God was speaking to me about this is the importance of you having purpose given by God. It says in Romans 8, it talks about life through the Spirit, but ultimately life according to God, right? And His Spirit and His guidance and His leading. It even goes in Romans 8:28 and talks about purpose. It uses the actual word. And we know the scripture, all things work together for the good of who love God, who are called according to His purpose, right? Not our own selfish ambition, but His purpose. And so if you back up, it talks about the importance of purpose, really. In verse 19, it says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature, which is creation, waited for the manifestation of the sons of God." So that's me and you. So creation is waiting for Crystal, and creation is waiting for you. And it goes on to say even further, "For we know that the whole creation is actually groaning and travailing in pain as they wait for the manifestation of us." Like, that's crazy, right? So it's like, hey, the world is waiting on you. The plan, the skills, the talent that God has put in you, the world needs that, and the world is waiting, and the world is actually crying out for what's on the inside of you. That's powerful, right? Specifically because we know God is sovereign. He can do what He want to do, how He want to do, when He want to do. But God partners, right? We co-labor with Him when it comes to the redemptive work. Wait. I used a big word. So redemptive means, I'll define it, acting to save someone from error or evil, right? Acting to save someone from error or evil. We are a part of that redemptive work once we have accepted salvation and being led or letting God be Lord over our lives or shepherd over our lives. We get His vision, right, to do the redemptive work. And so we see this very clear in Exodus 3 with Moses. So a little context, Moses is on the backside of the mountain. God comes down and meets him, and he's in a bush. He's in a burning bush, like the bush is burning. And so Moses looks to the side, to look and see what's happening. And the bush begins to speak. Actually, God does. And it says, "And when the Lord saw that Moses turned aside to see, God called him out of the bush and said, 'Moses, Moses.'" Right? Remember, we learned that. And Moses said, "Here I am." So as the shepherd, right, being led by His vision or His plan or His purpose, right, God will call you by name. And we see it here. And He said, "Draw not here, but put off thy shoes off of thy feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. Moreover, He said, I am the God of thy father, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, "I have surely seen the affliction of my people in Egypt, and have heard their cry," right? Their travail, their groaning, right? "By reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land to a land flowing with milk and honey." So let's pause. So God's purpose and vision for your life will call you, right? Moses. And then it says, because their people are groaning, just like we read in Romans 8, waiting for you, right? Waiting for the manifestation of the sons and the daughters of God. We see it here. And He said, "And then I am going to come down and lead you forward." And so as the good shepherd, He's so good. He leads us and He guides us. So He calls us, He leads us, and then He puts us forth, and we'll see it here. "Now, therefore, behold," right, "the cry of the travail of the children of Israel has come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression or evil wherewith the Egyptians oppress them. Come now, and I will send you unto Pharaoh." So we see it there, the call, the leading, and then the putting forth, like the purpose of God in play in Moses' life here. And so why is this important? Because Moses was the answer. Moses was being led by the vision of God, the good shepherd of God, right? He came down, He lead him, He tell him, He give him purpose. And so He says, hey, I have a purpose for you that will meet the needs of the travailing people of your day. I have a plan for you that will meet the crying out of the people for your day. There's a purpose for you. There's a vision for you. There's a plan for you that leads to life for you and peace for you, but also life for people and peace for people. We are a part of the redemptive work of God. We see it here in Moses' life, and we see it confirmed in Romans 8. But if you look back on all the other devotionals, we saw it in Joseph's life, right? We saw it in Esther's life, and we saw it in Jesus's life. And so there's a purpose for you, and the creation is waiting for what you have on the inside of you. God has called you, God is leading you, and he is putting you forth. Go forth with the vision that God has put on your life and giving you, because the creation is groaning and waiting on you. I love you guys. Bye-bye.